Welcome guys, we have another game. This time we have Msn.dk playing as the Abbasid Dynasty in the color blue against his opponent playing as the Order of the Dragon. It is Kiljardi. Welcome everybody. Now this is not the first time we see Msn here. Very good player, around 2000 elo. Kiljardi obviously a very good player. Top 8 in the world, top 4 maybe? I don't remember the last performance, but he's a pretty damn good player. But the last time we saw Msn here, he had some funny strats under his under the belt, and it's. But the thing he did, so what happened was like he made the what was that? The siege tower. And the siege tower, it's basically allows you to go through stone walls, and you can put your infantry there and then go through the stone wall without even breaking it. But he used it in the Feudal Age, and I don't know if he's gonna use this now, to be honest. But I will be surprised if he doesn't, because he's a firm believer that the siege tower, it's there for a reason. He's there to use it. You know, probably we're gonna see it. Like, what we will see. Kiljardi opening up with the dock. Gonna be gathering some fish here. Abbasid not opening up with the dock here. Interesting choice. Just because the Abbasid has cheaper docks, so they only pay 75 wood. So that basically gives you an advantage. While you may think like this lake doesn't give much, it's like, why would you go here? Basically, it's 500 foot for each shoreline fish. So you have 2000 foot here for yourself that you can use in the future. That happens if you don't lose the dock, right? And military wings already there, coming for Msn. Yeah, I just saw you already. Msn actually reminds me of Messenger. Msn, like the one you use after high school, and you just chat with your friends. Good times. You can also send a bus there, like to make their screen shakes and everything. It's like almost completely forgot about that feature. It was extremely annoying, and there was a hack where you can just send them like forever. And what I used to do when I was like maybe 12, 13 years old, I will just create a group of people, invite all of them, and just send like infinite you know, the shaking scream to them. super toxic. But I mean, what can you do at that age, to be honest? What can you do? No wonder I got I got blocked by many at that time. But fun times. It was a way to socialize there. There was no Facebook, no Instagram, no social media, just pure, you know, chatting. Just chatting. That's the real just chatting. I come to here just to chat. That's it. Looks like Msn is not going for that classic content center with the Abbasid that you usually see. It's gonna be gathering just enough wood. Meanwhile, a delayed age up coming for Kiljardi. Potentially looking forward that castle age where it's just much better for the Order of the Dragon. Now they got buff, so they're a little bit better. They are like only 1 second for each villager, but it definitely adds up in the future. So I'm not really an Order of the Dragon player. I play from time to time, but some people who play very regularly says actually the change is quite good. It feels very nice, and you know. It was a nice change, to be honest. Nevertheless, it was a buff. So a buff is a buff, man. See, battering ram already here from the Abbasid Dynasty. It's gonna take down that dock, denying the potential 2000 foot that Kiljardi already has. Meanwhile, getting the sheep back. Looks like there's not enough sheep for Kiljardi yet. Battering ram almost almost done. And take a look at this. Siege Tower builds in 30 seconds. Battering Rams builds in 1 minute 10 seconds. So you can just build this so fast, man. So fast. By the way, if you're enjoying these videos, make sure to give a like and subscribe if you haven't already. If you want to see Age of Empires 4 content daily, then make sure to hit the subscribe button. And Dock is gonna go down for sure. There is no unit for kiljardi to defend. Archery range is gonna come soon, but it's gonna take some time. And I think this Dock is just gonna go down. Not enough time for kiljardi to just, you know, train an archer. Takes 18 seconds to get one, so it's just gonna be losing the access to the food here. Meanwhile, a single archer, very nice play from MSN, just attacking the dog and at the same time just sending a single archer just to harass kiljardi, just to be a little bit of an annoyance. But I already have the horseman out, and look at that double point of harassment, like just from the top to the bottom, man. Meanwhile, battering ram finish the job. Fish not gonna be able to give any more food to kiljardi, and with that setting him behind economically. It's like more archers coming for kiljardi, as well as some horsemen. Horsemen are really good. Outposts coming up, and unfortunately, the outpost gets denied. He didn't cancel it, right? He did lose the wood he had for this outpost. That's a huge loss at this point. And with that, the gold is denied for kiljardi, so he already have 250 in the bank. So now that he knows he cannot go Castle Age, probably he's gonna use that gold for, you know, some extra upgrades and whatnot. Meanwhile, more units coming for MSN. He's heavily focused on just military units, no upgrades whatsoever, only fresh food stuff. The rest is already gonna put a blacksmith here, and I already have 17 units on the field. I'm gonna feel very good about this. Spearman out there, you're gonna throw some spearmen if you wanna take down those horsemen. Now the thing is, he only have a couple of spearmen, so it's gonna be quite hard for him to actually take down the horseman. Archers are just gonna snipe the spearman right away. kiljardi has very good micro as well. At the same time, a single archer just bothering kiljardi in the back of his base. Once again, outpost is gonna go up, and kiljardi just very committed to get that gold, and potentially, I don't know if going for Castle Age, but at least he wants to get some upgrades. And outpost didn't finish. Looks like he will have to cancel it for now. Cancels before the attack, so he gets the wood back. But he's not gonna be able to get any gold. Meanwhile, Akon Chapel. It's slow but steady. No, not gonna be able to buff those villagers. Meanwhile, +1 range armor coming for MSN. And looks like he's still very focused on the aggression side. No economy bonuses other than the Golden Age, which is already very good, to be honest. Very good. It looks like we're gonna see some camel archers coming up for MSN. Definitely the right move. I like the camel archer in the composition, not only because it can debuff horsemen, but they actually do have quite a lot of damage. Just quite a lot. But we don't see any barracks coming for him. Looks like he's just gonna stick to archers and horsemen. It doesn't matter if his opponent already have horsemen on the field. And the problem with kiljardi is that he's amassing a lot of archers. And these number of horsemen, it's starting to get really scary. Wall already here for kiljardi. He's gonna be able to defend this area of the map. And meanwhile, what is kiljardi's playing? I already have plenty of wood. Just gonna be pumping more and more archers. Now, if you have seen kiljardi play before, This is a guy who loves archers. Like, he can mass a lot of archers. Villager, unfortunately, wants to build a wall in the south side of the map, which is not really needed, but that's where the rally point took him. And no matter, I'm gonna be going down really quickly with those archers, but not so without losing the wall. Battering ram's still alive and being annoying. And that's a lot of horsemen. You gotta be careful not to lose those archers. Archers gonna be garrisoning into the town center, but those horsemen already have +1 range armor, and they're gonna be quite tanky when it comes to tanking the damage of the town center. They're just gonna be doing really good. And Kiljardi with a, oh my god, that's a huge surround, especially when you don't have so many villagers. It's just really bad for you. Very tough situation for Kiljardi. Very tough situation for sure. Archers actually not doing bad DPS. They don't have the best attack, but they do have a lot of attack speed. And the problem with that is that you need to run, and you lose, you know, that you need to be like a super good with the micro to actually have the same DPS if you move them and attack again. So Wheelbarrow just coming for MSN as well as double broadaxe. Looks like Kiljardi went for a raid, actually taking down a couple of villagers. 3 villagers went down. Horseman proving to you quite useful in this case, evening things out a little bit. At the same time, +1 range attack. It's already there for Kiljardi. No gold for him whatsoever. That's a lot of idle time. That last attack was quite it was quite devastating for Kiljardi. It was a huge raid. It could have been worse. I mean, you need to give credit to Kiljardi that he actually defended quite well. He only lost 3 villagers, for 3 or 4. So villagers gonna be garrisoning here. Horseman gonna be dying, unfortunately, and these archers just not gonna be the right unit. And a lot of DPS for those archers, but the horsemen are already here and they're doing quite a lot of damage. Well, the good thing is this guy has 125 health, and this town center is just taking down all these archers little by little, but not so without Kiljardi having a lot of idle time with these villagers, and archer numbers just gonna go down quite quickly. Town center just gonna be doing quite a lot of damage, and to be honest, Msn lost all his horseman mass. But Kiljardi lost already 11 villagers so far in this game. So it's been quite annoying. Villager here, I don't know what he's doing here, probably a miss rally or probably thinking about a tower or something. Meanwhile, archers for Msn going back. Is he gonna play a little bit safer now that the damage is done? Never mind, he's just actually just going for more barracks. More archers already here, taking down Order of the Dragon Horseman. Meanwhile, Kiljardi moving to the berries, very far from his base, very vulnerable here to another raid. But the good thing is Msn already lost quite a lot of military units, so he can, you know, he can be safe for some time. He can be safe for some time, but Kiljardi also lost quite a lot of military units. More horsemen coming for him, but this time Msn will have quite a lot of spearmen for himself, already getting the fiddle upgrade. Archer's gonna be taking down the last of the gilded archers, and looks like Kiljardi will just have to stick with the horseman only composition, which is quite a tough situation, to be honest. The dock gets rebuilt. So these fishing boats are gonna be able to get some food, but there is too many archers here. Looks like there's gonna be a surround to those fishing boats. Demo ship coming out for Kiljardi. Looks like he may have a window here where these archers actually get demo. And demo ship actually connects with those archers and managed to kill quite a lot of them. And managed to damage some of them. That's a nice demo. Meanwhile, Galley coming. I wonder if it's gonna be faster than the ram. If the ram comes out, then the Galley is not gonna be able to do much against it. Meanwhile, horsemen are gonna go there to take down the archers, and looks like Kiljardi will arrive on time with the horseman. Spearman not there yet, and the Galley is already there. Should be probably thinking about taking those spearmen. And the problem is now the spearmen are next to the horseman, and you need to take down those spearmen, otherwise you're gonna lose the horseman really fast. Now with the Galley out there, you will defend against this infantry mass, but the dog is going down for now. Msn just really focus on just wood and food. Not interested at all on gold. He's actually going for in farm transition here. What happened here? For some reason, Msn also lost a lot of villagers. Did Kiljardi pull the boar or something? The boar proving to be quite useful here. There were quite some villagers dead. I don't know if it was only here or Kiljardi did another raid. You gotta give credit to Kiljardi despite being in a very tough situation early on. He's kind of recovering. Now he does have a lot of gold. I wonder what he's gonna use for. He's gonna go for a farm transition next to the Akan Chapel. But Kiljardi only with 3 horsemen. Just trying to raid here and there. More farms coming for Kiljardi. Food is about to run out, only berries here. Berries not the best food to have. I think you can agree with me. We all prefer this boy here. Very juicy. Very juicy. That's right, my friend. Oh, another villager going down, and now Msn is back to Kiljardi's base. Kiljardi will have to run here. No wheelbarrow for Kiljardi all this time. He has a lot of gold in the bank. Probably he's thinking about that man-at-arms transition. Or like he's mining the golds to have one for the future. And then he can just build some barracks. But these man-at-arms are very heavy on food as well. Another raid coming for Kiljardi. He's gonna be able to take down some villagers. But at the same time, Msn are already here. Torching down the blacksmith. And looks like Kiljardi is gonna go for archers for himself. And military units for Msn is starting to look really scary. Already 44 archers on the field. 14 spearmen, that's 62 military units. It's getting quite scary. At this point you don't even need a ram. Looks like Kiljardi will just have to just build more horsemen and archers just to defend this, but I'm not sure if it's gonna be enough. Golden Age tier 2 already here. And now Msn goes for another deep dive into Kiljardi's base. Gonna be able to take down quite a few villagers. Archers already there sniping those gilded archers. It's just so many archers here. And more villagers fighting for their life. Does Kiljardi have textiles? He does have textiles, so these are really chunky boys. 98 health for each villager, so they're not gonna go down super fast. And this is a big army. And Kiljardi, despite being in a lot of pressure, he also been raiding non-stop Msn, and the lack of walls is actually kind of hurting him at this point. Because he cannot just concentrate on attacking. And now more villagers going down. this is a complete disaster, but MSN, do not underestimate how long your units in the Fiddle Age can actually live under the town center range. You can lose quite a lot of army. Take a look at MSN point of view. At this point, you just want to choke your opponent, like just sending units around these resources. He knows he's not on the deer, but kiljardi just keeps raiding, but those horsemen are about to spire. Just very little HP. No dock for kiljardi. I already have a villager here just to build another dock. Probably MSN knows about this. Now, if this dock goes up, it's probably not gonna be contested again, just because there is a galley out here. And kiljardi is just having quite a lot of food. I mean, he has enough gold to age up. I don't know what will happen if he ages up, to be honest. I mean, you can go for Burgrave and potentially get those man-at-arms, but you will still need the gold. And I'm not gonna lie, this is a really tough spot for him. Finally, the dock goes up, this time with a galley here. It's gonna be able to stay a little bit longer. Meanwhile, MSN just... he don't believe in the castle age. He believes the feudal age is the best age. And it's already building 4 rams. And 4 rams is a really scary number. Especially when you only have 13 military units and 5 of them are archers and a galley. Farm transition. It's gonna get denied and kiljardi taps out. Well played by these two players. I hope you enjoyed this match and I will see you in the next one.